Hello. Hey, the mic. Was the mic working? It didn't come up for a second there. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. I forget how long it takes me to set up for these streams, you know, with the whole starting soon and that. Maybe we should run it for like 5 minutes. YouTube doesn't send out a notification in the first 5 minutes as well. It's only been 4 minutes today, but maybe we'll keep that up for about 5 minutes or so in the future. Today, we got a very special stream chat because, hello there, Moon Shoes. We're going to be building my very first Sandcrawler, and I'm excited. Hello there, Tinks. Hey. Oh, I've dropped the stamp. Oh no, I should have put that back beforehand. Oops. Anyway, camera's looking a little bit low. Was it like this on Friday? Nothing on the printer to well, there is something on the printer. Powered print from yesterday, but I'm taking a break. It's been nice and cool despite the soaring temperatures. The Sandcrawler we're building is, should I move it up? I feel like the top of the members board being cut off is annoying. Sorry, Raphael, and Dark Web as well. I think there's only 2. Or is Chase also cut off? There might be 2 or 3 members tart, so apologies for that. But I quite like this angle. Maybe we should move the members board across a little bit so that it fits. I don't have the instructions up yet, so let's get those up and take a look at, so the Sandcrawler comes with a mud horn. It would be really cool if we can build the mud horn, but I'm going to save those builds to the end after we've built the Sandcrawler. That is the main thing. I've got a few ideas for the Sandcrawler as well. This is mainly Lego's search feature is still not working. Okay, hold on, quick rant here. Why is Lego's search feature still not working? I've been speaking about it on stream. We haven't mentioned Batman, so Lego haven't been on the streams. But why is it not working? Here we go. Nothing. Brick built mouse, but it still works, and absolutely no response from Lego. So we're going to have to search for it, haven't we? I don't know how. I don't know the last time I actually used the Lego site to bring up anything Lego related. It's not cookies related. I double checked all the settings, even if you factory reset. Lego just does not want that search engine to load. So the off-world Sandcrawler, first off, 180 quid. I do still think it's a little steep. Let me bring it up, because then people that have just been launched into an ad, like myself, will be able to see it on screen as well. 180 quid. Like, it's a little steep, but I think this is better pricing than the 8080. I genuinely do think this is half the pieces of the UCS version. It's over half the size. I don't think the UCS Sandcrawler was all too big, if I remember correctly. And it's got a hollowed out middle. This might be potentially set of the year for me. So far, set of the year, I can't even remember what I said now. Definitely weren't any smart play. Oh wait, no, Vader's tie. Almost set of the year. I think up till this point it was Vader's tie, so the bar's pretty low for set of the year. What do we build first? Is it the Sandcrawler? Muddy Mando. Hey, there is an egg in it. And then the little crawler. This is straight out of the Advent, isn't it? Last year's Advent, that had the little crawler. Better build than it, I have to say that. And then the mud horn. We'll come back for that. I don't know how many of these pieces in brown I've got that haven't already broken and got some cracks. That gives it a little story behind it, doesn't it? A little story. Hold on, why did chat go? It just disappeared. The whole tab just up, and you probably saw the reflection of the light in my face. The whole chat just up and vanished. Are you alright, chat? What's up there then? The smallest Grogu pram to date. A little bit chunky maybe, but you know, it's Grogu's pram. That's not a problem. We're going to be starting off on page 24. Like I said, first Sandcrawler, so I don't really know what to expect. I kind of want to go back. To some of the other Sandcrawlers after this, and yeah, have a little look, see if we can add anything to it. But before we get onto any of that, we got some more members for Master Mouldie's members draw front. The name is catching on, chat. So I have printed and done up all these members tiles. So let's bring the draw forward, take a look at who we have so far. There we go. This is what we had last time we were working with. You'll notice I fixed the exposure, but the focus just does not want to work today. Let's try that again. Here we go. The first members on Master Mouldie's members draw front. And this is the Snot Brick draw. I haven't said that before. It's the Snot Bricks, so all of you are on the Snot Brick draw. Maybe that's a reason to get your name in sooner rather than later. First off, we're saying a special hello there to Jacob. Thank you for becoming a member, whether it's your choice or a gifted you received on a live stream. But you will be the final name in the first column on Master Mouldie's members draw front. Completing the column, completing the vertical row. Look at that. I'm enjoying all these different colors on the members tiles. They look so cool. They look amazing. Hello there, Moon. All right, now we've got the second column. So here are the names for the first column. The second column is going to be those 3 rows in the middle, which we actually have enough members to fill already. But first off, let's give a special hello there to Phoenix Flare. Look at this. Look at this greatness. I'm not picking favorites. I don't have favorites. With members, everyone's my favorite. But this green, this might be my favorite color. It's actually, the greens so far have been nice. So is the orange. The orange really jumps out at me when I'm looking at that first column. And you're floating in the middle there, just like a phoenix. Hey, Phoenix Flare YouTube, thank you so much for becoming a member, and welcome to Master Mouldie members draw front. Now I've got to make sure that these can stay in without popping each other off, and that is the real complicated bit. So the reason the members tiles in the middle, I'm worried about them, is because there's nothing behind it. There's nothing the entire way behind it. There is nothing supporting this. And I don't want these to do that and just pop off. I don't want them to pop off. So, come on. Oh, you could do it. We might be better adding them to the front and having some like removable draw front, just in case they do start to pop off, because this I'm realizing is going to be harder than I wanted it to be. But I could also... Good point, Moon. Maybe I do have a favorite. I'm hoping that we're able to pop these on as the rest of the tiles stand. I might need to add some sort of like command strip underneath it so that they can get on, but this is going to hold for now. There we go. All right, should we bring out the next one? There's another 3 members here to be showing off. So next up, special hello there to Brickman City. Thank you so much for becoming a member. You're going right underneath Phoenix on the front, the flimsy part of the draw front. So hopefully we can, it's always fun doing this on a live stream, because we could spend half an hour just trying to get these members tiles on. But let's not do that. Oh, I've popped one off. Oh, no, I definitely need to add a back to it. So I need to get the size of the draw front and then 3D. Oh, it's in. Yes! Yeah, no, wait, you're not in the other side. Oh, wait, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Thank you again to all the channel members. And check that out, 1 space left on the middle. We're about to fill that. So a special hello there to IX Parker. These were the members that were gifted on Friday's stream, and they already have a tile, 3 days later as of the stream. So maybe this will be in a video down the line. Let's hope we don't fall too far behind on them. And this is the final member on the middle row. So not only have we introduced a brand new member on top and also bought a member in the middle, we have fit all 3 members and none of them have fallen off yet. So I think that's a success. More successful than this focus, I have to say. That is a definite success. And now introducing a member on the 3rd and final column of the Snot Bricks draw. Let's get a nice little focus. Hey, there we go. We got the focus. Look at that. Already got 10 members. And I have a list of how many members we've got, so I can reveal that in just a second. But first off, a special hello there to Drumhog 89 with a really nice red. All these colors are really nice. I mean, they're members, you know. I gotta pick the nicer colors for you all. Thank you for becoming a member, and you are the final member today, so we can get on with the build. But first, let's take a look at the draw. Look at that, Drumhog 89. Thank you again, and shout out to all the members on the Snot Brick draw, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Not a lot. And then we'll be moving on to the Clip and Bar. Let's hope none of them fall off on today's stream. That would be good. And let's get to building the Sandcrawler. So I've changed the position of the camera. I don't know if this is going to make the camera more unsteady, which by the looks, I hate to say it, I think it is more unsteady, or steadier. I need to stabilize it in that axis, but maybe if I just tighten all the joints, that'll at least do something. Or, okay, I might have already cracked it. Never mind, I've got something planned. I just need to get it in action. And we're starting off with a 2x6. Can I bring up the instructions like I did? 6664005. That is not the set number, but it is the instructions. We take those. All right, let me fiddle around with this whilst take a look at the display, which I have changed. The display is a little different. Who noticed that? Come on, who noticed? Probably not a lot because it's all the way there in the background. But yeah, I've been playing around with the shelves and switching a few things about, seeing what it looks like, seeing what we could get it to look like as well. I'm very impressed with how it's coming out so far. Oh yes, wait, that's too much. Yeah, I've moved around a few things. So the UCS Slave 1 isn't destroyed. I am keeping that built forever, like I said. But I am mixing around where I put it. Right now, it's just underneath the 3D printer. Not underneath, but it's... I should probably move the other way. It's underneath the table. It's a glass top table. Really, really nice. And I would recommend it. If you've been looking at a glass top table and been wondering whether you should make that purchase, maybe. If you can get it for the right price, it is a really nice purchase, but it is also expensive for the most part. So, yeah. Glass top table, Lego. I'd always go with the Lego, but the glass top table is worth it for UCS sets. I think we've got it up now. This is what it looked like last time. Oh, there we go. So now we can see the instructions as we build along. And like I've said so many times, let's get those 2x6s. Let's get them. Oh, that's a drawer I've switched around recently, so I'll also be able to show it off. How lucky, what a coincidence that this is like one of 3 drawers I've been sorting out over the last week. Look at that, chat. How this was overflowing with parts, so I decided to group them all together. And for this build, I'll take a whole stack of 2x6s, because we'll probably need 2 stacks with how big this thing is. But yeah, 1x8s on the back. That's this little backwards L, this J. And then the 2x6s, I don't know how they've compact into stacks of like 20 something maybe. 5, 10, yeah, about 20 each. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 black 2x6s just in there. Crazy how sleek they can fit. It is crazy. Also need you. I have a scary low amount of these 1x2s, but I don't believe we're going to need too many of those. And I'm wondering now if we can swap these out for a 2x8. But that might be asking a little too much. We might be pushing it there. Don't forget, if you are watching this live, to switch your chat from top chat replay to live chat, because YouTube likes to prioritize the latter. No, the former. The former. We want the latter, and we're not entirely sure why. At least not yet. Also, is it looking a bit dark on the desk? Is that because I've switched you up? Do I need to reset exposure? Yep. Just a touch of a button. I keep that tray where you can't see it. So 2x6, what are we building at the minute? It's not showing us. I think that this 2x6 though I think this could be like the ramp. Could this be one of the wheels? Imagine we get to the end of this and it says ×4. Don't do it, Lego. Please don't do it. If it says ×4, we're going to build it different every single time. If we even have to times this by 2, let's hope it's not like a ×8. There's only so many ways you can build the same thing. Wait, lime green studs. Oh, that's like our thing, hiding green parts in sets. Love a lime green stud. And then a 2x6 to sandwich it on top. So let's get another one of them in here. A lot of Technics, so this is feeling like the base. Why? If we fill that middle bit, which we're probably going to do, at least plate over the top, why not have a longer plate coming down the side and some of these coming off left and right? The Technic bricks, they've got the arches. They look strong. The Technic bricks look so strong, but are they? Are they strong? What size do we need? A 4x6. I've got a few black ones on the top. I also don't actually keep my Technic bricks in there. I've got a whole 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of these. 2 grey, 2 light bluish grey, and 2 mixed light bluish grey and black. So I think I've got enough for this set because, again, don't really use these bricks outside of Lego sets. Something that I just mock out with individual parts and 2 pins. As long as they're not telling us to hold them in our hands before we start building. Tings was building, what set was that? It wasn't a 4+ set. I think it was a 6+. It was one of the creator sets actually, and it was pretty good. It felt, the steps were still the same jumps as a 4+ set, that the only difference is you don't have a page with 2 hands out. The Lego bricks in 2 hands, and then the Lego bricks on the desk, then the Lego bricks in 2 hands, and then where you put them. It's so long for a 4+ set. Crazy long. Oh, number 7. We can part this out because I have a handful of these. Actually, I might have more of these bricks than I have 1x2s with the Technic pinhole. But what I like to do, if you're parting this out and don't have those 2x2 bricks, grab per 2x2 brick with the pin, grab 2 of these 1x2s, and I actually have just parted out a ton of these apparently. Awesome to hear. Love that. And then grab yourself a 3-length pin, which is typically the blue guys, because these grey ones, do they have friction ridges? No, they actually don't. So you could grab yourself a tan one, but these 3-length pins, then go 1 in the brick here, and this stops it sliding out. It acts, as far as I see, the same as this brick, except for the fact it's got friction ridges, which means it's even more secure. There's something we do love in Star Wars. It's security. My new empire. Now the drawer that I've sorted, we are going with this. We've got a tan, and then the black ones have holes in, which I haven't stacked those. How much tan do you think? Was it the hummingbird? It might have been. It might have been, because there were a load of other good parts in that hummingbird. The hummingbird itself, the Creator 3-in-1 hummingbird, is held up with 3 of those, like, Mandalorian displays, I want to call them. The bent translucent bars. The ones that are used, a lot of Marvel sets have them. The new superhero poser, you could say. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on, we've got holes in this. There's also an axle hole in the brick. Is that important? Because if that is important, we might need to find the original bricks. Were they in here? Did I even look? No. I tell you where they are. There are some in there, but they're meant to be down here. Yes. They're meant to be in the beam drawer. Oh, they're double-sided. Didn't know you existed. Woohoo. Hold on, why are all my light bluish grey ones double-sided? I've got to stack more of them in here. None of the ones I need in light bluish grey. Well, that's not good. It's all right that we got them in dark bluish grey, and I'll keep those around because if we don't need that axle on this, then we won't need it later on. And for those of you that might be watching this as your very first stream, hello there. Star Wars sets recently have a habit of including parts like this. So there's quite clearly a hole going all the way through. It's blocked on the left, blocked on the right. We've got to use that hole. But they're built like mocks. So they've built that hole in preparation, and there's a 50-50 chance that we use it. We might not even use that piece because we don't in so many Star Wars sets. It's annoying, but it's a good annoying because in terms of mocks, it's great. It's the same as a Creator 3-in-1 when it comes to the actual build. But at the same point, I see that and my brain's working and, you know, expecting a certain level from the build, and then they just don't use it. And yeah, it's a little disappointing. It's, you know, good disappointing though, because it keeps you guessing. It's like a really good movie. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, 12, yes. And then 2 10s. Look at these ones, because I almost grabbed those first. Good thing we got that stack of 10 as well. Let me grab a few pins to keep out. Watch this be not enough for what we need now. Like the base of Boba. With all these. Alright. Let's not mix this up. We want a gap in the middle. Awesome. The Hummingbird also looked really good. Yeah, they used the displays to make it look like it was floating. And it's a really nice element. The strength in that piece. I've used it to hold up the 9th Jedi sets that we built on. Not the sets, the ships that we built. If only we got a set on it. I like the brackets more than I like those weird Technic-y bits with the Technic pin and then the 4 studs on top. Anyone built the old like Star Destroyers, the Venator? You'll know what I mean. The plates as well. They're plate thicks, which it's even thicker than a bracket. And dark tan, not important for this. I got more light bluish grey. I'm going to use some light bluish grey. 3 studs gap. Yep. And then, hold on, now I'm confused because if you're telling me, like, what, do you go through there? Do you, or do you, no, surely not, right? Or, please say that's the length of it. It's not this wide, is it? That would be a crazy width. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the instructions so that you actually can see more of the build. But it's not just floating in the way. It was voted for that it stays top right rather than any other corner. So I respect that. And whilst we're here, it didn't say ×2, did it? It's got an arm. This has an arm. Makes it even more confusing. I have no idea where this is going. Triple length pins. Let's grab those and keep those out. Triple length and anything else? 5 length beams. Yeah, beams is out. They're just down here. Beams is out. The beams are out. 5 length light blue. Ish grey. Light bluish grey, not light blue, light bluish grey. And a triple on the end. Ah, I see what we're doing. And then we're going to have another black pin. Ah, you know what? We might need all of them for this build. Big old pin. Big old tub of pins. Oh, and this is where the end bit goes. But there's a little stopper. Yes, so 1 in for the little stopper. And that beam is 11. Thank you, Lego. Saved us a few seconds of counting. I appreciate it. Well, still got to count this. That was 13, so 2 shorter than that. Nope, 13. 2 shorter than that is 11. Dark bluish grey and all. 11, 13, 11, 9. Not even close. You are definitely way too big. You're 15. 11. Do I need one for the other side? Should I grab one for the other side now? Or should I? I feel like I should. But we don't know. We ain't got that far yet. Hello. Eager to come out. We don't need any of you yet. But if we do, remember that one. All right, dark bluish grey for this one as well. And that goes... Oh, I got 2 out by mistake. I think that's a sign. We should have got a second 1 by 11. So you now go... are we building the frame for the back that will then, like, attach? No. No, I don't... This feels like it should move. Oh, no. This is the front. Because this locks in at that angle. Well, it doesn't lock in, but it's a soft lock at that angle. Oh, there we go. And we're just studding it up. Okay. Just the studs. Just the studs. Yeah, that works. Good enough for me. And then we're doing the whole thing opposite. Can I remember the whole thing backwards? First, we need some bricks. Are you the right length? Nope, that would have been fun. Good thing I can measure it. You must be, though. So you, we need 2 of you and a load of bricks, a load of pins, sorry. A ton of pins. Would we be able to get a 3rd pin? The Juggernaut has so many pins. The Juggernaut does not, or the Turbo Tank that came out last year, does not need that many pins. It just doesn't. It comes out with so many pins in it. And then we get builds like this that, and that was one of my complaints building it. There were just too many pins that I put them everywhere. We didn't have any instructions, but it's surprising how close we got without instructions. And this one, I feel like a 3rd pin could go in there if this is holding up the entire Sandcrawler, because it's a chunky build. It's a chunky build, and we all know how fragile Lego is now. We've been building more of it. Okay, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mentioned moving the Slave 1. That was scary. I took the wing off so that I could display it on the shelf because it's not the widest thing, and the Slave 1's pretty wide though. And yeah, as I tried to put the wing back on, it ended up popping off. There's a panel, so where the wing connects to the body of the Slave 1, if it was vertical, underneath there's a 2x3 wedge and a slope. If you've got the set, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It popped off. And wow, that is the hardest missing piece I've had to put on. Probably forever. Honestly, that's it. It hooks on. So the 2x3 slope, you'd think, or the wedge, it's a 2x3 wedge plate. You think that'd be pretty easy to put on, except for the fact that it's not. Except for the fact that it's not. And it's not attached to the Slave 1 through any studs. The 1x2 slope coming off of it, down, like off the bottom of it, so it's not secure whatsoever, that has a connection, a 1-stud connection. I think it's one of those 1x1 snot bricks though, the rounded off ones as well, so it's not even a sturdy connection for that. And yeah, very, very awkward piece to connect, but we got there in the end. We got it connected. It was all right, and that is now on display. Hopefully the 3D printer doesn't throw it onto the floor. Because we don't want that to happen now, do we? 1x5 is what I'm missing. There's one in dark bluish grey. But we've gone light bluish grey now. We need to keep this thing symmetrical. Otherwise we're gonna, oh, hold on though. How cool would a half grey, half brown Sandcrawler? You know how City have their open backs? Not just City, but also a lot of Marvel sets. I'm a little fan of an open back now. I don't think they're doing it the best they can, Lego. They need removable floors for like real access inside, but I quite like the removable backs. It can fold down. We get the Hulk, we get Bruce Banner with this, and it just collapses like the Spider-Man set. Oh, that should be all right. Yep. Smashed it. Awesome. And if we know anything from the A-Wing, these round modified pieces are fairly important, but I'm not using brown. Not with this set. I might want to build one of these in brown. So I've got to save all the brown we can. I'm going to use probably dark bluish grey in place of brown. Otherwise, black might be too dark. And I could use these brown 1x1 pieces. Or tan, or white, or orange, or grey. Don't I have grey ones? Let's see. I think I had light bluish grey and orange for the Otagunga Bongo. Tri-bubble Bongo. So I got dark tan as well. They want light tan. Fair enough. That might be visible from the inside. We want that to be as accurate as we can have it. All right, there we have it so far. These away. Out of all the Sandcrawlers, this one has piqued my interest the most. Because we don't really see the Sandcrawler, I'm not attached to the color. This would have been a great set to have built rainbow. Oh, this would be a good rainbow set. I'm going to use, trying to stay away from big plates. So I'm going to try something here. Because it's on the base, I feel like this isn't going to have much below it. So I can peel this off if I need to. Hopefully we don't reinforce the Technic and who knows what. Instead of getting a 4x12, I think that is, I'm going to get two 4x6s. You stretch across, beautiful. And use those 4x6s instead, which just so happen, I'm just saying, they just so happen to be the same color as the 2x2 before. Just so happens to be. Let me tighten every, oh, I think I found the culprit for the shakiness. That bolt was way too loose. A rainbow Sandcrawler would be awesome. What I've been wanting to do is build a big set, just using colorful elements, colorful rainbow pieces, and go wild with it. Maybe we will. Maybe we will, but it's also a case of fitting the thing in as well. That is an 8. Trying to have enough time between releases to fit in another build, because this is, Sandcrawler is probably going to be this month's big build, because I want to build the Droid Tycoon display out of it, which is a big ask. And then I don't really know, the AT-AT we'll definitely build this year. What other sets are there, especially Star Wars related? I think it would be cool after building the Bugle, just back there, right behind the bar. Right behind the bar. Oh, that is perfect. Well, it's not, you can't see it, but that is hilarious. To build the Avengers Tower. Oh, I'd love to build the Avengers Tower. All right, how do you, so you've probably got to be like that, and this is the mechanism to open the gate? No, that's not to, is it? Or is it like something like that, right? It goes in this space, somewhere in that space. And let's see if I've got any more of those dark bluish grey pieces, I guess. Because I don't have any light bluish grey. That is weird that I don't have any light bluish grey. What are they, like pin bricks? And they're all dark bluish grey. I want some, yeah, I've got yellow. I've got a ton of yellow. But no light bluish grey. Okay. How many more dark bluish grey do I have? Because are there 4 or 6 wheels. And treads at that. They're not really wheels. Let me just bring the image across so that I've got a bit of reference. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Perfect. Hello there, Isaac. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I can't believe I haven't built a Sandcrawler to date, though. I know they're not the best of ships, but, you know, to date is a long time. I've been building Lego Star Wars sets for longer than I care to think about right now. And there's been a few Sandcrawlers. There wasn't one too early on. So I also, unless there was one in, which there might have been now, there's a Jawa from like 2005. And I'm wondering if I'm running over my jacket. No, I don't even have my jacket on the back. I'm wondering if the 2005 Jawa came with a 2005 Sandcrawler, so I might have not been around for that one. But I was around. Sorry, I was around for that one. I wasn't collecting, building Star Wars Lego at that point, just regular Lego. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4x6s. But aside from that, I've not been tempted by any of the other Sandcrawlers over the years, and there has been a ton of them. I don't really know why I haven't. It's shocking. The first set I parted out was that 2012 Venator. So any Sandcrawler released after then, there's no excuse. But the off-world Sandcrawler, the functions in this thing, if they aren't smooth, I'm going to be so disappointed. It looks so good. I haven't seen any reviews. I don't actually know if anyone's got this. We only saw the one review of the hut droid. And that was the only one I think we found. Not that we've been looking for them. They definitely ain't been floating our way. All right, I'm going to have to get the actual drawer out. This is also the time to look ahead, see if there's any empty space on the interior of this. And we could replace some of these with tiles. Either 6x6 tiles or some of the smaller 4x6 with the studs around the outer edge. That would smooth this off really nicely. Speaking of which, I've just got a whole stack of them. Nice, but not yet. Not yet. First off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's get the actual plates down. And we can look at modifying it towards the... So just again, we're replacing all these 12 bys with 4x6s because I'm getting to a point with my parts after, of course I got one of them. When did you sneak in? I'm getting to a point with my parts where I'm taking a look at what pieces I need and what pieces not to get rid of, but more so to put away in, you know, far off storage. If I need them for something, I have a little list of the parts. But most of these elements, all studded, aren't used as often. A 12 long plate, unless I'm building a really big mock and want a time lapse and make it go really fast, it'd be better to work in 4s, 6s or 8s than 12s. Such an awkward number to work with. Oh, okay, this was not connected in the middle. Careful here, you need to push these middle parts down because if you push them from on top, they just rotate and bend. That is a stiff connection with the blue pin. That ain't gonna be flapping around. Oh, well, they're technically aligned, but pretty sure they're meant to be pushed back eventually. This is the mechanism on the back side. So we need some... Oh, wait, they're modified round bricks, which apparently are also in here. There's one. And I'm pretty sure they're not meant to be in here. They just so happen to be that one in there. Because they've got their own tub in here. Yeah, they do. A load of them. This is their tub with the 2 4x4 bricks. 8 length with the cap on it, just like in the hut droid. I think that was a shorter one, but it was probably a 6 length, if not an 8 length. We see this so briefly. And I'm going to carry over a conversation from the channel Discord. Check out the channel Discord if you are interested in talking more. But UT80, the fact that we haven't got a UT80, yet we've got the off-world Sandcrawler. The Sandcrawler is more iconic of a ship, but this thing shows up for seconds. This is the sort of ship you'd expect LEGO to release a regular Sandcrawler and then people to mock out their own versions of it in grey. And then for that to be what you see floating around, not for an official LEGO set to come out with it in grey. Surprised to be sure, but a welcome one nonetheless. It would have been cool to have seen so many other ships in Mando that we haven't seen, haven't there? They made it for you, Isaac. You always wanted this version. There you go. I'm pretty sure around the time we were saying, oh, it'd be an easy recolor. And now I'm wondering why it's not brown. How would you feel then? Not just Isaac, but everyone. How would you feel about a dual color Sandcrawler? So one side grey, one side brown. And then in an ideal world, honestly, pieces to color the whole Sandcrawler, brown or grey. I did say when this came out, I wanted to know what the inside looked like, because if they reinforced it with brown plates that you could then flip around, perfect. That would have been perfect. And one of them would be messier, whichever the second one would be. But wouldn't that be amazing if the supports for this Sandcrawler were brown, and then you could basically turn it inside out? You'd have all the supports on the outside. So where we've got, I'll show you once we're getting a bit more into it. But some of the outside pieces are big panels, which will have smaller plates on the inside. And if they colored them all brown, then that would be the easiest way of giving us the two colors for the one set. All right, 2x3s and some of those funky plate things as well. In dark bluish grey. I'll grab a handful of those. And funky plate things, he says. Do I have light bluish grey funky plate things? Or are they only black, white, that sort of brown? And if so, if you don't have, I don't know how common these funky plate things are anymore, because they're weaving in and out of sets. It feels like another piece that designers that know how to use them, but ones that don't go with a 2x3 and two 1x2 plates next door. I've actually seen this in many more builds than I have those funky plates, because the 2x3 itself is stronger than the two 1x3 elements for this piece, the little helicopter rotor. Satisfying, I'll give it that. 2 times this, so we're up to scratch, right? 2 times 15 bars, beams, but in black. Oh, missed the desk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, and snap. Is Master Mouldie is printed on the plate. Yes, it's not a plate. Wait for this. It's a desk mat. It's a flimsy desk mat. You can still buy these, I believe, on our Fourth Wall store. And there are some newer ones as well that move Master Mouldie up to the middle in a few different colors. But this is really helpful to measure Lego. I need to add a counter onto this as well. I need to have some sort of counter going along the bottom up to like at least 48, because rather than counting yourself, which 48, okay, we all can count up to 48, but that's a long way away. Better if we just put it on the desk. Oh, that's 48. Oh, that's 39. That'd be an odd plate. Printed on the plate, you meant the grey plate? On this, was there another grey plate that I had in my hand? I don't think there's been printing on any of the pieces we've got, but there is a bit of glare, which might be what you saw, unless it was on the side of one of these plates, in which case let us know. It is nice to be getting some more of these Mando sets. How many more? Because we got the Lambda. We got the Lambda from season 2. This is from season 1, like episode 3. I didn't realize this was so early on. How many more old Mando sets do you think are on the way? Given the gap between the movie and, you know, the next season or what's next for Mando. Half brown, half grey Sandcrawler would look like one side was treated with rusties while the other was exposed to the elements. Love that reference. Yeah, it would. It would do, wouldn't it? I'm kind of here for that sort of rusties Sandcrawler though. Doesn't that sound like fun? I suppose the thing that would stop Lego, which is it's a little silly because of it doesn't stop them doing too much more, is the fact that, oh, but people would complain that it's not this, or people would complain that it's this. But if people are going to complain anyway, we just need someone that wants that sort of thing. A 2-in-1 Star Wars set. Why did they stop giving the images on the boxes? 2-in-1 Star Wars set would go so well. But I think Star Wars as a theme is getting a bit more mature in terms of less battle packs, less, you know, small cheap sets. They release 3 every single year, and then the rest of the sets are getting more and more expensive because adults pay more than kids, and they've realized that a lot of people will still be picking them up, although decreasingly so. The amount I've spent on Lego so far this year, if I spend, how much I spent a lot on Lego last year. I'm just not going to beat what I spent last year. Despite how many expensive sets I've been picking up, it's not going to come close. No matter what I pick up, I could pick up one of the big sets later this year. It's just not going to come close to what I spent last year because you're getting less Lego for it. We've spoken many a times. It's a bit less, what's the word here? That's the wrong way around. It's a bit less, I'm less inclined to spend money on Lego because rather than waiting for a sale, we can part these sets out and, hey, this is Kylo's shuttle. We just built Kylo's shuttle. Kylo's shuttle built with 20 pieces. Yeah, the less sets I'm picking up, the more I'm mocking out and then I end up picking less of them up anyway. Do I have the crest from this year? I did build the crest and we hollowed it out as well. But that's another set that I parted out and didn't buy. Why are you not going in? All right, the axle's lined up and is in slightly. And the 2 pins, oh, that was the wrong thing to do. Okay, undo that. That was the complete wrong thing to do. Was it you on the side? Did I have one of those stuck? I might have had something stuck on the side. There we go. It's not good. Oh, we need another plate. We need another plate on top because that, I've got a metal clamp here. That is all the way in. That is all the way in. And that sticks out a little bit. They should have put an extra plate on the end there. Otherwise, oh, I guess this could stick out and you leave the little gap between the thing. Maybe that just makes sure there's no friction on it. That is going to be a pain to get something in there. That's for sure. That is not going to be fun. Let's go on and we'll see if we need to patch that up. I can always just add a plate to the outside here. That shouldn't be covered. A 1x3 and studs. Let's add the 1x3 and we'll look at the studs. We'll look at the studs when we need them. Oh, it's a 1x3 beam, which are sometimes in here, sometimes not. And I think today they are not. I've used all of them ones. Oh, wait, here's the piece that I was talking about earlier from the Venator and all the other Star Destroyers, though. It's this one that I don't like. The Technic pin with with the plate on the end. It's good for the old set, but the brackets, especially a bracket on top and below, the Venator's one of the only sets that you'd need just the brackets on the middle, which they're the two plates to split the Technic as well, so that works better for those. We need bricks and beams. Bricks and beams. Over here are the bricks and beams. 3-length beam, unless I moved it to the other drawer. And then 2 bricks. Double holes. This is next on my to-do list. What do we have? First colour I find is the one that we're going to be using. Unless it's like bright green. Oh. If it's bright green, then I'll switch it to a darker green. There you go, grey. That'll do. Now I know I've got a load of you. Come on, where are you? Oh, there you, no, there you, no, yep. And I tell you what, right next to it, there was a green, there was a sand green. But Wildfire's Dragon Mech. Oh, wow, that's the convertible. It's not called a convertible. What's the name? Oh, it's not convertible, but it basically is. It's the one that switches form, transforms. Oh, it's the transforming Dragon Mech. That one looks amazing. I've been really into Ninjago sets. Tink's got a few. My fiance in chat got a few recently, and we've been putting those together. They've been so much fun. They remind me of some of the Star Wars and creator sets when I was a kid. You can tell that the Ninjago designers also grew up with Lego, and I don't know the deal with the designers, because like the voice actors quite enjoy it, but you don't hear from the designers. There's no communication with the designers. It's always just one way between the rest of the team. But yeah, the Lego Ninjago sets recently have been out. They don't even feel like Lego. They feel like customs of people that have like studied the Lego art. that know the Lego secrets, you know? They've been so good. And some of the mechanisms in them. Cool. That was a set that that Tinks built the other day. The transforming car. Jay's transforming car. And is transforming the right word for that one? Because it switches over. You can flip the front of it, and that's an amazing little technique there. Such a good set. They cracked the Da Vinci Code. They did, didn't they? They are. Oof. They are amazing. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Cheers. To Ninjago. I'll drink to that. Wish one of the Ninjago designers would come to Star Wars, please. We do need a 2x12, don't we, here? No, we don't. What am I saying? We need a 2x12. Yeah, right. We can move these plates across, and we stick with a 2x6, which a 4x6 is the biggest. A 4x6 Technic brick is the biggest brick we've used in terms of area, in terms of how much it takes up space-wise. So let's see if we can keep that. Because if so, like I'm saying, I can put all my 2x12 plates and 4x12 plates into storage and not have to worry about them anymore, which is, on face value, a really nice feeling. You are awkward. You go 2.5 up, yeah, with a cog on the end. How big's the cog? It's the teeny one, isn't it? Not the rubber one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 8, 9, 9, 8 teeth, 8 teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teeth. And you're in there solid. It's going to take a lot to move you. Ooh. You don't want that piece to come out now, do you? What colour do we go with? Light bluish grey. Sweet. Told you there were more in here. Although, shouldn't have said that. Now they're all hiding. There you are. There. And I found the dark grey pool as well. There's a few of those. But no black yet. Only greys and greens. Right, here we have our first... Nope. I was going to say our first brown element. It's not. We've switched the 2x2s to dark bluish grey. We'll do the same with this tile. After we find these snazzy little gems. I don't know who or what this piece was invented for. I can find out. Let's have a look. My guess, honestly, my guess is a Ninjago set. And that's my genuine guess. I think it was a Ninjago set that they were created for. Because it's just that sort of element that... I feel like it was a Ninjago mech or like one of the big ones as well. It's a 2x2 with pin. Oh, it's not popping up, is it? 2x2, what is it? A plate or a brick? This is Jaffa Cakes all over again. Is it a plate or a brick? I think the brick owl are going to say it's a 1x2 with a 1x2 sticking out. Something like that. And they're not going to class it as a 2x2. You know what I could do? Where'd I put my phone? Really, really handy. If you want to know what a piece is, go on Google, take a photo of the element and search it. You can Google image search, which is very handy. Let's get a nice clear image of that. And Google is telling me it's a Technic 1x2 brick. I got it front angle on. I need to get more of like the side. It's a 1x2 with a 1x2 plate, but it's showing me two separate pieces. What about now? Oh, hold on. It's got a match. It's Lego part 73109, which is the Technic brick 1x2 with side hole and 1x2 plate. 73109. Is it correct? And 73109. There we go. It is. It's a Technic brick 1x2 with a hole and a 1x2 plate. Well, that's two separate elements, which is actually exactly what this piece is. But at the same point, like, it's not. It is, but it's not. It is, but it's really not. So either way, it's going. What it is going on the back here. And this is a solid back. Still don't really know what that's going to connect to. Another 1x3. Really? Another 1x3. Took me so long to find the other one. Oh, need you in orange. I've got an orange. We'll see if that sticks out at the end of the build. An orange Technic piece. I bet it's expensive. If we learn anything from BB-8, whew, that's gonna be pricey. Do I get gift with purchases often? No, not really. I tend to shop outside of Lego. I don't buy too much through Lego just because, especially as a Star Wars fan, Ninjago, sometimes a Ninjago set just won't see much of a sale. A lot of them still, actually, Ninjago have been seeing a lot of sales recently. A lot of like 30% offs and such, but Star Wars is always 30% off within a month or so. And turns out the Smart Brick isn't always an exception. A lot of the Pokemon sets were reduced in Smith's day one, which is crazy. Day one sales. How unconfident do you have to be in a Lego set to put it on, unless it was a mistake? I wonder if they were running through under the sale, but they all said they were on sale. And Smith's is the sort of place where they'll go, oh, whoops, I guess we'll sell them to you for cheaper then. Rather than, there are a few stores out there that go, oh yeah, we can't sell that. And we'll just up the price because the manager knows what Lego's actually worth, sort of thing. So if you're in the UK, check out Smith's for your Smart Play. Some good prices. We should test that these clips all work before we move forward. But that sounds like effort. We're not going to do that. We're going to pull it apart when one of them doesn't. And 50! 50 steps complete out of... Anyone know how many steps is in this? The last gift with purchase I got... I got the May one last year, but that was over a year ago. I feel like I've got a gift with purchase since then. Have I placed a Lego order through Lego since then? You know what? I don't think I have. Maybe it was May. I mean, is it really crazy? I don't think it's that crazy, but it's also not uncrazy. All right, no, I don't agree with Lego here. 1x1 is not right because you've got that gap on the plates. They might cover it next go. So my change might not affect it, but regardless, it's gonna help it out in the short run. Instead of running with the corner plate, we switched it up previously to a 2x3 with two 1x2s. Now we're switching it up again to two 1x3s because where the funky corner plate, where are the other 1x3s? Where a funky corner plate goes like this and only covers up to one of the studs, that gap is strengthened. So a lot more pressure is being put on the brick. If you bridge the gap and have another 1x3 go over, you're just making it a little bit stronger. Is there any more plastic involved? No, I'd be willing to put decent money on the fact that it's almost the same amount of plastic used for both of those elements. But there is the chance that a 1x3 doesn't show up anywhere in this set. So the minute I see a 1x3, told you so. Told you so, Lego. Those funky corners have no place in my parts. There are some, I've even bumped into scenarios where those corner plates are either needed or at least helpful for keeping the build as secure as it wants to be. Especially when you're looking at some of the builds with like two studs sticking out the side and this is the only piece holding them on. Without it, any other corner piece you use is just going to be so flimsy. You might as well have nothing there. You might as well remove it entirely. You see that bit now? Not really. Better than before. Oh, and a slope. I ain't got any of the slopes out yet. So let's grab them all. Can't believe I forgot about them. Building the Sandcrawler, of course we needed a ton of slopes. There we go. Hello there, Babalas. That was a bit of a wobble there, wasn't it? Can't wait to get the 8080 later today and get the Greece gift with purchase. Awesome, as your Greek. Oh, double awesome. The Sandcrawler will be your next target. I'll let you know how good it is once we've got it built. Another tan, a lot of tan and a lot of brown, which we've been consistently swapping out that brown for dark bluish grey. The brown 2x2s, the brown 1x4, the brown 1x3 beams. And we're going to keep that up. Hopefully I don't run out of dark bluish grey on this. Should have kept the 1x1s in tan though. Turns out we did need them. Where's that stack gone? No, all right. There's a loose one. No. There you go. Okay, I've lost that one as well. Oh. Got to say, you started watching the new Star Wars animated series. Hey, it definitely has that Star Wars typical scenery in action. If you're talking Ninth Jedi, oh yes, I really enjoyed that film. It had those Star Wars plot twists in it as well. I think whereas the Star Wars movies are so old and most people that get into Star Wars now have already heard some of the plot twists, watching that for the first time and you're like, wait, what? So they're who? They're what? They're, you know? And all these plot twists that are just thrown at you as well. They're not even like a big part. It's just like, oh yeah, so-and-so. And you've just got Han making faces because they don't have time to dwell on it. It's funny. It is funny. What would give to watch Star Wars for the first time? That'd be amazing. Right. The Oki 1x2s. Okie dokie. Do I have them in tan? From Mos Eisley, I think I should have a few. But in tan is a big question. Oh, I got one. I found one. And I'm not sure about the others though. We need to get some tubs in here. Well, hold on, there's some buried under here. Nope, not in there. A lot of nougat, a lot of dark tan. Oh, and a sticker from the Imperial Star Destroyer from 2 years ago. Was it already? Wow, if so. Maybe it was, no, because that come with Anniversary Cal Kestis. So that was 2024. 2 years ago, wow. There's the other. Unless that's the one that I dropped in. Just lose the part while I'm looking for it. Hey-ya! Really worried for Liverpool this season. Well, at least they don't have to face West Ham. We're looking like we're going to have quite a good season. But I'll be honest, I haven't been following Premier League whatsoever. I realised that the Fantasy Prem starts up, and again, haven't even looked at any of that. Like, I know what we were doing. 4x5s don't exist, so we do need 4x10s. That's an awkward element, but it is one that's a necessity, I suppose. Hang on, where? Oh, down here. 4x10. Oh, we need it in black. Right, not bluish grey. In black. I have been seeing some of the transfers that have been going around though. Recently picked up that ISD on a good sale. Awesome. See, that's the thing. If you wait for a set, you can get really good sale. And also with the sales, do they affect the minifigures too much? Like, is Cal Kestis a lot cheaper because it's on a sale? Or is it not really too much of a difference? Because if the minifigures go down as well, that's even more reason to wait for a sale. I suppose Cal Kestis isn't the most popular of figures. They were worth like 20 quid when that set was brand new, which most of the others were a lot higher than that. People trying to get some of their money back. Bag number 3. How many bags? Oh, let me press space. Here in the Off-World Sandcrawler. Bag 3. 14 bags. Not bad. 2 bags an hour. That's what, like 7 hours. Oh, okay, that wasn't as good as I was hoping it would sound. A long time to build the Sandcrawler. What we don't get done today, if we don't get it done today, by some miracle, we'll pick up tomorrow. Be building on tomorrow's stream. All right, those brackets line up, yeah? Do they want to? Yeah, they do. Line up with the one with the grey ones that we put on before. You know what? Let's send grey. We probably have more grey than nougat. Oh, actually, we don't have many light bluish grey brackets like this. Hopefully, we don't need many more. I don't like the tan. I might swap that out for a green stud. And 1x1s is the new green stud. There we go. Oh, overhanging brackets. And then, is this not just going to be built both sides? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Let's not assume here. I definitely don't have that many tan funky bricks though. So, just regular tan bricks for me then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5 1x2s. Let's just grab the tub. We'll pour those out. And then 4 of the 1x4 brackets, and then a double. 1. And a brown double. You know what that means, chat? We're going to be switching up that brown to a dark bluish grey. Suppose I can put that away now. Won't be needing that for a while. And the 1x2 goes on top. Now, if we are, say, going to tile or plate off a lot of the bottom, I wonder why we'd put the grey on top and not below. Because we'd be covering then up, unless we've got like a brick's worth of the base and they want us to cover up the bottom. These go neck to neck. This is one of the builds that I think for most it would be easier building the call out, which is the brick, then the 1x2, and then the bracket, and then placing them on, just so you know they've got them lined up perfectly. But I'm hoping I've got mine spaced out the right amount. It looks right. And then a little gap to the side, which, if there is a gap, which there is, 1x2 first, there will be a gap in between these brackets. Why couldn't we have etched some of these over, or even gone with like a 1x bracket there and filled that gap? Unless that gap is purposeful, which it may be. 1x8s and some rounded tiles and a grey slope. Do you know I can get it in the Sandcrawler from here? I'm not going to do it with a 1x. I'll completely miss. We'll never end up finding it. Is that the right? Yeah, it seems to be the right color. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, come on now. That is awkward. Putting a 1x tile in a corner with these things. I'm impressed we managed to do it. And then this is the mechanism for the door, which I get it's to hold the door, if anything. It's definitely not Lego's finest moment, but it doesn't have to be to hold. Was it dark? No, a light tan. Oh, I've got a few. I got a grey one. Dark bluish grey. Blend that away. And then a 1x2 in dark tan. I've just got a gazillion of those 1x2s and 2x2s that we used for Yavin. They are now free, and are, well, I say free, they've been parted out. They're in the drawers, so they're not really free, but they are freer than they would have been in all the tubs. I wonder how much this Sandcrawler is going to go down long run, because of the fact it's like Mando, and they're banking on a lot of people liking Mando. At the minute, this Sandcrawler is not off. It auto-corrected off-world to off-work. The off-work Sandcrawler. Never heard of it. Oh, is it a Lego exclusive? No, it's a Smith's is it Smith's exclusive? No, it's not, because it's £150 at Costco. Okay, so it's already, typing that into a calculator, it's already 15% off. Didn't this thing just come out? Didn't this set literally just come out and it's already 15% off? This set just come out, right? I'm not imagining that. That wasn't a dream I had. This is the set that just came out that is already 15% off. What? What do you mean 15% off already? Now that is crazy good. Not half bad. I mean, Costco's got some really good sales anyway, but 15% off of the new set is, oh, it's awesome. Don't mind that now. Where are these 1x4s? I had them. I had them and I moved them. They were in here. Oh, buckets. I had them in there and I moved them. But where, oh, where did I move them to? They were 1x4. And I feel like Technic is the answer. I feel like Technic, with these sort of elements, Technic is always the answer. Maybe they were in here instead. No. Yes. Yes, they were. I moved them because I wanted to get them in a tub. All right. And they've got, I don't even know where I got this element from. They've got these 2x2s, which are half jumpers, but then they have a notch in them. And I don't know what it is. It's a wonky one. It's a wonky. Is it? It's like a modified 1x1/2x2. So that's the underside of it. It is a 2x2. But it reminds me of some sort of castle build. No idea where I got them. In reddish brown as well. I haven't got much in reddish brown. The droid carrier. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Oh, I got black. I need like light bluish grey, which, yes, I do have. Oops. So the Sandcrawler is already 15% off. I would hedge my bets that the 8080 is even cheaper. The 8080, oh, well, it's not cheaper. Would it be cheaper? Yeah, because I think by default it's cheaper. 8080. And so far, the 8080, scroll past all the ads, is exclusive to Smith, so it's full price. Okay, that's fair enough. Exclusive sets don't go down for a few months. They're a bit harder to find on a sale. But 15% off the Mudhorn. It's pretty good. 25 quid. 25 quid off. 1x8 in tan. I've got too many 1x8, so I'll be happy to get rid of these. And a chain, which is in here. We were trying to look for a smaller chain, and we only found the bigger ones. What was the chain for? I don't remember. What did we use a chain? Quickly. Customs. I don't know if it was a custom. I tend to stay away from chains. Looks right size. We'll soon find out. They're fun for having like lights hanging. Something like that in a Star Wars cantina, but for functions, they can be unreliable. If this chain was to like coil up and you put it on while it's wrapped, it's a little shorter now because it's bunched up just at the base here. It also only moves 2.5 studs. But I'd assume if you put this up right now, I'm going to stop talking. I see what Lego are doing. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to explain it because I understand it now. I understand it. I see what they're doing. And you know what? Fair enough. It was able to silence me. It is pretty good. The slopes are an interesting choice for. I guess you need a block at one side and something to secure the chain. The slopes. Why not a bigger slope across the 4? Would that be stronger in this case? Oh, because it would fold it up. And that has the chance of just jumping like it did when I just pulled it. We don't want it skipping. We don't want it jumping off and folding up like that. So the smaller pieces they use, the better. And, oh, wrong window. Technic pin in the bottom in white. So a frictionless pin, but frictionless also comes in light bluish grey. Another instance of Lego using expensive pieces here. I don't know if Lego are hoping over time these parts will be cheaper, or if they're trying to excuse the sets being more expensive by using, especially if you're parting this out, the white one is more expensive than the grey, so go with the grey. It does the exact same. Oh, and a little arch as well. I do love those 2-plate tool elements. in the arch is tan. How many of those do I have? Apparently none. What? None in tan? Are they all just light bluish grey? Good thing we're not building a cantina here. That works. I'll use, instead of the black 1x1s, the pieces that I just said I really like. I'm going to use, actually, green. Ooh, I could use a green on the outside and a black on the inside, because the outside's going to be covered. And this goes one in front of the slope. So that will stop it jumping too much. And even if it does, it doesn't fully break the system because it will catch. Be a pain to reset, but there you go. 4. Just got one of them on top with a 5 length. I should have one of drawers. I need to move these up. Have these closer so they're in reach. And this is the yellow one. Again, grey is cheapest. Red might actually be cheaper for the, these are the bushes. So this is step 65. That yellow piece, grey is cheaper, but the red one in 66 might be cheaper than the grey one. I have more red, and I think it's because it stands out more against the other colours of Technic compared to something like the grey one that will blend into all the grey beams for the, you know, machines typically run on dark grey, black frames, all metallic colours. So maybe that's why Lego switch it up with all these bright colours, and it's nice to see. It's visually appealing. I love the yellow. I love the red in moderation. Smart play. Smart play put me off red for a little bit there. And then the awkward piece. This needs to be facing inwards. Hold on. Hold on. Before I look at the next step, I was going to flip it upside down and say, does it go underneath? No, it goes here. So we need another little one. I'm going to grab that without even looking, because I'm pretty confident that's the only piece that will fit in that part of the jigsaw. And our survey says 68. There we go. There we go. Skip the 6, 7 there. Did we? No, we did it, but didn't bring light to it. Oh, hold on. I shouldn't be putting this down. Undo, undo. Oh, you're stuck in there. There we go. At least we know where you're going. And then, oh, that's this side. That's this side. There's a gear as well. I'm just going to keep you out, you know. All these gears we'll be needing. I love it when a gear comes together. I thought that was 4 length. They don't exist. So that is in this side. We do have 3 length, you know, we do have these in 3. Oh yeah, imagine trying to get that in there though. You just couldn't. It's a 2x2 gap. Never mind. Again. And then a little gear, which maybe has a crank on the inside. Only half a stud sticking out. I think that wants a little more. Yeah, that seems to be all right. And that actually seems to be the only way it works. I think this is the opposite way to what I think. Does that make sense to have this? Or would it make more sense? Same, really? One's stronger. I would say it makes more sense to have the strongest one, which is this horizontal line here, to have that in the middle, but perhaps the smaller, like it's a smaller bar, so it's harder to twist in the middle. I don't know the science behind that, but I'm gonna say that Lego don't care enough and have just put it the way round it was. So it works, it's good enough for us. 2 1x2s, they've got a rounded one. Might be important, might not. I'm gonna give it a go, but I am switching that green to grey because that will now, that's gonna be visible, isn't it, on the inside? That's the way it goes. Yeah, that's That is so visible on the inside. There is no way that is not covered by like a beam or something. It's got to be covered. I hope so. Dark grey 1x2 this time. So we're switching up colours. And I've got a little arch in there. Let's get a little arch in there. In dark bluish grey. Nope, light bluish grey. Mix it up. Mix it up. Oh, you're gonna have another. You're gonna have another thing in Yenya. This is gonna be impossible to put down because it's gonna keep moving around. All right, headlight, bricks. I'm gonna work off the next set of instructions. It's never gonna work. It's not a headlight brick. It's a 1x2. In dark bluish grey. I mean light bluish grey. Totally did. Oh, but now this will be dark bluish grey. And is that a sticker? Is that a sticker that is perfect for the Int 4? What do we think, chat? That sticker in step 75 for the Int 4. What do you reckon? Also, I'm going to grab the big old bracket, which is on the desk, so I don't need to grab much. Maybe a light bluish grey 2x4 tile. There are big brackets here that Lego could use, especially for something like this monitor. Stop dust getting underneath it, and maybe a little like 1x4 as well on the underside. No gear. No. I think we're going to come back for a gear. I think we are. And a 1x2. A 1x2 brick underneath. That would stop the dust. Not a tile. This ain't that close to the floor. How are you going to spin up there? Because you spin to here. But we need to go from here to up here. Underneath this. Which right now is wobbly enough. I don't think it's really going to work. Hey, Bowdroid legs. Hey. Do we get a secret B1 with this? Was there a B1 in The Mandalorian season 1? A Lego knows something we don't. Any B1 legs? Before I rip them off one of my actual B1s? Surely I got one of you missing like a head or something. Alright. Let's not lose any droid arms. Do it the proper way. Oh, perfect. Look at these legs. With the broken clip. That's why I keep them. So you are right there by the slope. That slope now makes sense. Because whatever's going to go on this jumper, it doesn't make like perfect sense. Because it will still catch. I'm going to have to put down the jumper before the droid legs. Because the droid legs can shuffle forward. But anything that you push too far will slide onto this jumper. Almost. Again, there is that little area of being caught. Bet the Jawas would love this, funneling the droid parts in. Whee! A white droid torso in there. Some B2 parts, some assassin droid pieces. A lot of assassin droid pieces. A ton of assassin droid pieces. And that could be for the little speeder we built at the start. The fact that it's got studs underneath is making me think it's more for like storage as opposed to anything helpful. Also, brainwaves, is this going to be separate to the mechanism we built? Like this is to control the movement of it, and then we'll have a second one to control this whole system. Is that what we're rolling with? Because that feels like we could be heading in that direction. We are out of tan connectors. Switching to dark bluish grey and hoping we don't need any visible ones later on. Fingers crossed. And then you go through exactly where I thought you would. And that, I'm going to put you there, you're a bit closer, is into that dark bluish grey brick that we've just put on here. And yeah, all the way through. You protect the gear. And this is now, oh, that's stiff. Please give us a bigger handle than this. That's going to be awkward to roll around that. Maybe we add a few more axles and it lessens up the stiffness a little. I do love the sticker that was on this though. That is cool. Oh, we're building the outside. That's the 4x6 that I put away earlier. Grab that back, and I'm gonna grab the pillar of them because I feel like any of these 4x6s should work as that sort of 4x4. I might be wrong here. There might be a few overlapped wedges that I haven't accounted for, but I'm gonna give it a go. And if I'm wrong, I'll backtrack later on. We'll sort that out later. So you fit beautifully. That makes sense for the one on the far side now, but it doesn't make sense as to why you're not big brackets. I suppose if they're not needed, they're not needed. And this is locking up the base. So I hope we haven't done anything that we weren't meant to. Fours, we don't have. We don't have them. Not yet, we don't. All right, we're going to go through enough of them. The funky little pieces that Lego are probably going to put a stud over because they always put a stud over, and I always take the mickey out of them for putting a stud over. But just in case they don't, we'll grab it. And some brown 1x4s, which we're going to switch to dark bluish grey, which is the best color part, the best color switch I have made. Switching brown to dark bluish grey. There are so many Are we going to put a plate on this? Because right now, that's going to fold in. I'm going to stick with it for now. If not, what I'll do is think about it, because even if we put a 2x4 on that, that's going to cause some issues. Yeah. We'll have to think about that, but that can't really be helped right now. That is a 2x Lego 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is an 8 and a 6, but there's only this one beam that sticks out. So a 14, if we weren't putting plates on top, which actually it looks like we're not putting plates on top. Yeah, so we are going to need the 14. Oh, well, I was hoping to put all of those away, and now we need the 2x14s in a different drawer at least. So I guess the big ones can still go. Are you a 2x14? Yes. Beautiful. And they've gone with the 1 clip. Why not the 2 clip? We'll follow the 1 clip. 2 clip would have a little bit more shtick to it, and they've used a tan inverted slope. All right, they like their tan. They have given it a lot of color on the inside, where it could have just been gray and brown on the inside, but they've actually got a load of other colors seeping through. The tan, the green studs, which right now there are at least 1 green studs visible, and that's more than none. You know, that's more than none. That's a decent number of studs we can still see. We're going to need these brackets in a sec, aren't we? Got to clear the desk though. Make sure we can actually get some more tubs out. There we go. That looks a bit better. And then the tan inverted slope. Let's see what we can do. There we go, there's 2. 1 for left, 1 for right. And hopefully, we don't need any for the other. Oh, there's another one, which means there could be another 2, as in a second. There we go. 1 slope on this to keep that in, because that's going to keep that nice and secure. It works decently as long as it's being pushed in that way. Not downwards. Any downwards force acting on this, it's jumping. It's not just falling off, it's jumping. And oh, this does, oh, okay, but that's not going to be there to hold it. That's a strong plate. That is a strong plate. I think that's just a flap to hold this in place. Ooh, 2 tan seats as well. Did I put those back? Yep. Cheese slopes. Love me some cheese. There is a printed, there's a sticker in that as well. Cheese grills. I'll get that one panel piece while I'm here. Get some tiles, get some grills, and there was something else that I'm completely forgetting about right now. What was that I was meant to be getting? The seats. Getting the seats back. Yes, please, and a thank you. Plenty of tan and grey on top. The tan isn't the colour we're swapping out. So seats, slopes, tan, dark tan, light tan, and grills. 1, 2, got some tiles, an 8 and a 4. I know it says it, top left. How many of you don't use that top left thing though? I'm looking around, going along, so I've got an 8, a seat, a grill, a panel, another grill, another seat, a 4, and then 2 cheeses on top. Despite how long I've been building Lego, I still don't use that top corner, which I should. It would be a lot easier. All right, 4, seat. Although it isn't a seat. I don't think this is to sit down. This is to hold the side. Although even then, what are the cheese slopes for? Is this decoration? Just purely decorative? Or does this serve as a secret function? I feel like it should hold it. Oh, that's going to catch the plate to stop it sliding. And then these are going to rest. Cracked it. We know what it's doing now. Right? I don't know. The fact we've got bricks out on the side kind of puts a spanner in that, unless they work this side differently. All the 1x2s. I can't find 2s. There we go. I think that's mainly an odds tub, which ain't too handy for us right now. And a clip brick right next to the bar. The juxtaposition on that corner. What is it? Horizontal clip. I'll grab 2. If I keep grabbing 2, eventually we'll be able to make a second Sandcrawler. We'll have 2 of everything laying around. Here's another one of these. Oh, 2. 2 of these beautiful, beautiful plates with a little 1x4 in between, which they've gone with brown. I do think making this fully grey would be a clean look. It'd be like removing some of the wear off some of the other starships. If you want a clean starship. Here we go. Same on the other side, eh? Maybe even... No, we genuinely don't have space to get this same mechanism. I mean, they could try it. I'd recommend against trying it, but this ain't gonna stop Lego now, is it? 5 bricks? Nope, that one's thicker. Oh, because we don't have the chain. Gotcha. Gotcha, Lego. Gotcha nose. That's a 3, that's a 5. You're coming with me. So just the 1 brick. Where do we even put this? Far end 1 1x2. All right, I'm going to put this away in a second. This might be the last 1x2 in the entire thing. And a bracket. And a few other brackets for those 1x2 rounded bricks. Of which... Let's see how many we've got in there. You got 2s. A load of 1x2s in there. And what colour did we use? Dark bluish grey, because it's brown. I remember that change. And a few of the 1x4s. Could be the 2x4s. I don't want the 1x4s first. So fair. Don't know where that first one went. But the rest are there. Alright. 1 bracket. We didn't finish it off. Is there going to be a tile on the end there? On this piece. We didn't finish that off. Does it have a slope? I got rid of my image. There we go. It has a 1x plate. Okay, a few tan 2x2s. I'm gonna use light bluish grey. Might as well whilst it's here, and some 2x2s on top. Line that up. Oh, that one goes across it. That one's a nice one. The rest, not as much. We could have just used some 2x bricks to go the whole way. Do we have any 2x2 plates? First time this stream. Not the first time this stream. Actually, we swapped out some brown ones early on. That was the dark bluish grey ones underneath this bracket. First time in a while though. That was like step 9, 10, early on. Where did the other bracket go? That's a plate. Oh, you didn't go anywhere. You were there the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Annoying little gap down there. That'll be all right. Especially with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. This is the tub. The reason I'm building this Sandcrawler is for the Droid Tycoon Sandcrawler. After the Chopper event, we've got a new droid coming in over the weekend, which I'm excited for. Oh, we could do this now, couldn't we? We could jump ahead. I don't actually have enough of these 4x6 plates. Where's that other one that I rejected and put back? Did we grab that yet? Or I think I just grabbed the stack. Oh, whose good idea or not so good idea was it to put those together? That was a pain to get rid of. That's an actual plate. So where was it that I found the 4x6 without the studs? Here you are. Because they don't have the studs in the middle, there's not that resistance to folding together. So if you bury it under enough plates, you'll end up with the outer studs sinking in, which is quite funny. Considering it's got less studs, you'd think it'd be easier to pull it apart, but no, it's harder because it secures itself further together. 2 of these, and a 1x however long at the end. I'm going to guess it's a 1x, be something silly, like a 1x12. That's my bet. 1, 2, 3. There we are. And then on the other side, it was plate, tile, plate, tile, plate. And that's where I think the 1x12. Gonna run up the side and finish it off. 2 tiles in the middle. That looks right. And it also looks like we're building some sort of raft or some sort of UCS troop carrier from The Force Awakens. Though this still doesn't move that far. Oh, that's just to support it. That's just to support it, and it's going to come down like that. And there's going to be more beams on the outside. That's it. Literally the next step. Literally the next step. Oh, because we've got 2 wides here. 8 is going to push it, what, over there? Yeah, that's a shame. So I could 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6. So I could 8, 8, 6 it. I'm actually going to 8, 6, 8 it. We've already got the 6s. Just need to get us some 8s. And what the 8, 6, 8s is going to do is keep a little bit of it on each of the platforms below it. I also put away this piece, didn't I? That come around a lot sooner than I was expecting. We did a lot of work on the Technic for the other side. Oops. But you see where the 8 is riding over those studs there? I'll try and leave the other grey ones exposed. And this one is riding over those studs there. And then the 6 in the middle only has those studs right in the middle of it. But it does also have the plates either side. Like if Lego thought this was a problem, they wouldn't have put a larger, more fragile plate hanging over the edge. So again, trusting in Lego a bit more than I'd like to. It's a bit uneasy here. But it's a good thing we kept all of these out. So we've got the exact same design on this side, which confirms my suspicions that it's important for the walls. Otherwise, they'd at least try and switch it up a little bit. We need 2 more tans. Thought I saw one. Did I not? Did I not see a single one in that entire? We'll use light tan and we'll swap it around. Use some dark tan 1x2 cheese slopes. That'll be able to get it through. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. How did these all fit in? There's no way I've got a handful of these left over. Wait, what? How has this come out? This needs to be flat top to go back in the drawer. And it's over, I mean, it was pretty packed. But how is it more full now that I've taken out 2 greys, 2 tans, 2 light tans? How did we fill it up even more than it was before? I don't know how that works. That is some chocolate bar taking a chunk and not noticing the difference because you resized it. One of those early, not really illusions, but online things. You still see it circling every so often, don't you? The missing chocolate piece. More cheese, please. Yes. More cheese coming right up. Don't you worry about it. Plenty more cheese on the way. If we don't need to do anything with like the inside studs, I think we just run up some rainbow cheeses and fill it with as much cheese as we can get our hands on. I like the sound of that. This is why we prepare. Hold on. There's no bar this side, but there is one that side. Okay, wait, why do we have a window here? We got some drawer system, or is that necessary? I'm not going to put those there yet because I feel like that might just be an extra little thing. We'll add those if we need them. That's what we'll do. 1x6. They have to be grey. No, because you're hidden at the front. Sweet. I'm going to use dark grey. I mean, I'm totally following these instructions exactly as they are intended. It is Lego after all. 1s and 2s. Give me another one. There you go. And a Technic what? Oh, 2 Technic bricks in the middle. I see it now. 2 Technic bricks with one of those seats on the top. Oh, you've got a jumper, but it's locked in place. Why do we have a jumper? You know what? No, I'm not using a jumper. I'm using a plate. Why do we have a jumper? What? I guess if we've used 2 jumpers already, I'm just using a light bluish grey plate in the middle there. Maybe it is because of what we've used and what we haven't used, and we haven't used a grey 2x2 plate. But that is an odd choice. And then you go, oh, you stick right across here. But when did we put those tiles on? Oh, I just missed it. Literally just missed those tiles, like I missed the 1x2 on the underside. Okay. A 4 and a 2. And even though I'm sure you'd love to get that dark tan tile in there, I'm going for symmetry as best I can. I'm going to keep it grey. Because if we can open that up and there's that one dark tan tile at the front, I don't know about you, that would annoy me. Especially with the grey underneath as well. Although that could be a tile, if we're talking symmetry, that could be a 1x8. I don't think there's any need for Oh, I'll put this on the side. Look at that. Look at that with the Technic bricks. Put them the wrong way around. Yeah, I don't think we need to secure this one in anymore. Why not? Let's make that a 1x8 at the front. That'll secure the whole thing down and give it a little wiggle, but that feels like it's locked in there. If I can't shake it without shaking the whole desk, that's something right. And then, oh, the shields. Wait, I got some shields, but I forgot where I put them because I only have the one. I think they're in that drawer. I only have the one here. I couldn't find where I put the other shields. Perfect time to have a look though, because these are used in the AT-AT. They're used in this. They're used in BB-8. They're used all over the place. They're used in a lot of battle pack. Oh, I've seen a blue shield. Oh, not needed for any mock. Just found it. There's a shield. 1, 2, and we need 4. Probably going to have to do this to the other side. There's another one. Oh, look. I do have a red piece. But it's Spider-Man for the Sentry. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A nice array of colours. Wouldn't expect anything less. And the funky 4s, 1x4s in dark bluish grey. We've got a plenty. So I just need the 4 studs of one of these. There's one. Come on. Do I need a dark bluish grey for the other one? I do. Yes, 1, 2. Oh, I have a stack of them. I'd be pleased if they weren't all joint together for the same reasons as the 4x6s. Why do the fewer studs you have, the harder it is to separate the elements? That shouldn't work. And I've also put the tiles in here. Let's crack that. Good thing we noticed that, hey. We need, this is one side. So this is the other side. Perfect. And then both ends, a white and a non-white. 3 and a red. Which is a handy piece. It's a I love the riot shield, the way it looks. Which it is a riot shield. I don't know if Lego call it a riot shield. Maybe they call it something different. But I do love the way it looks. Imagine if all these clips now that we didn't test were broken. All 4 seem to be working, and this side, at least 3 of the 4 seem to be working. I think all 4. That's pretty smooth. Not perfect. Actually, it's perfect if you pull it down. So what could we... yeah, pretty perfect. I guess we need... See, a plate wouldn't fit if we have that plate on the top, but you could get rid of that plate at the top and have 5 plates. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I don't think there's anything else to do here. So if you remove this 1x4, don't even remove it. Put it up here. Oh, we need an extra 1x1, don't we? Maybe the 1x1 would be better by the 4. How many 1s do I have in here? Do you work, first off? You do? You lock it in place? Quite beautifully, I may add, and then instead of a 1x1 that can be pushed through, I'm going to pop this back off, pop this off, and get a 1x2 up there. But any sort of 1x1 will work. So if you do have this set, I'll take the 4 off, put it up on the side bit there, and then any 1x1s you've got left over. We've used tan so far. We've got green studs as well. So you've got at least 2 1x1s. The tan and the green might stand out a little bit. And then that forces these down to the bottom and makes the whole thing look a little more flush than the actual set would have it with its wiggle. That's the set that can wiggle. It can still wiggle a little bit, but look at that space that we filled up that you can't fill up without making the side look a little bit funny. And opening the gap up at the bottom as well. Definitely a modification. I recommend if any of you are looking at picking this set up in the near or far future, grab your 1x4 whack it on the top. And if you've got some 1x2s, there'll probably be a pad if you're picking this up at the Lego store. Grab a few 1x2s, whack it on the top, and kaplunk. Come on. Come on. Are you too far or what's up? Oh, way too far. There we go. And there's the bottom of it. Easy little fix. I'm trying not to fix it. I can't help but moldify some of these. Look at that jar with a machete. What's it doing? Okay, we did need it. So I'm going to have to get some of those windows righty. Wait, hold on. Do I have any windows by chance? No, only like the clear ones. None of the grey and the brown outline. Of course, the drawer that I was sorting before stream gets piled up right in front of my window drawer. So I didn't expect to be needing any of you. All right, let's see how long it takes to find a 3-brick tall black window or dark bluish grey or light bluish grey. That would work too. Straight away. That was a crazy pull. This isn't even the right drawer. This is the overflow. So I might have more dark bluish grey and black. I have to look now. In the Lego brick. Let's have a hunt. Oh, is this the right window? Right window, right tub. I think so. Why are there so many non-windows on top? And would a panel work here? Because I'm still confused as to if there's any technique going through these or if this is just for show. And it's meant to represent some sort of shelf. I've got brown. Should we make a crazy switch up and go with brown and grey instead of black and dark grey? If I could find one more grey before any other piece, then definitely going to make that swap. I might have all my greys over in the other drawer. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's a small black. Oh, now we've got competition. We've got a white. Let's go for any colour, whichever colour we find two of. We'll let that stick. Oh, we've got a tan. That's Moss Isley. Well, we found two browns. Oh, wait. Brown has entered the long run as well. Oh, crazy last-minute victory from Brown. That comes in with even more long windows. That was high energy music behind that. That would have been a crazy race. How did Brown come out on top? Out of everyone there, it was Brown that was the victor. These aren't even secured in too well. They've got the plates. I forget about that. And which way are they meant to be round? Hole on the outside. Did it without even thinking about it. Didn't even notice. Hole on, oh, the outside, wait. Hole on the inside for the bottom. Hole on the outside for the top, which is where the window goes in. Don't know if that means anything. I will say the camera seems to be shakier in this position, forgot about the brackets, than it typically is. So I might move it back for tomorrow's stream. And arches on top. Oh, that's covering it up anyway. I guess there is nothing in there. Except for those connections, which if you fit, you'd have to fit two bricks, 5 plates and a plate, which is 2 bricks, 2 lots of 3 plates. Fit that on the outside. And you've lined it up with the outside, which we know there's a plate that goes up on the outside of things. Oh, wait, no. Because I think this is going to be at a slant. But it's not going to be slanted in, is it? It's going to be slanted out. Right. Oh. More technique. More. What do you mean more technique? I'm assuming because you're in black, you're the same size as before. And if not, you are now. We'll make it work. How many pins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. So 1 on the end and 1 from the end. And then outside the end, I'm going to put in the blue pins first. Saves me having to count half of the brick. That's miss 1, miss 2, and the same on the other side. Miss 1, miss a pin, and 2 pins, and then we got the black pins. Got ourselves a little centipede going. If we had any more bricks onto it, all right. I guess we're pushing the Sandcrawler away for now. We'll come back to that in just a second. Let's see, do we need any more of these things out? Ooh, we need you. Not quite yet. That gives us the space to flip it and get those 1x4 tan bricks that I totally have laying around. And I'm not swapping them out for dark bluish grey whatsoever. And then anything else, we need some 1x3 beams again. Very popular piece in this set, which I don't feel like I see many 1x3s recently. Just won a sweaty game in Overwatch. Now you need to chill. Well, this is the place to relax. All right, the 1x4 goes in the middle here, either side. And then we've got the 4x6, which we know we've got plenty because we couldn't find the unstudy ones. We'll find a load of the studless ones when we're looking for the plate and vice versa, but we'll never be able to find them when we need them. And you go away. Hold on. You're not the right length. That's not good. There should be, we've got 2 gaps between them. We need 4. So they've used a different color. They've used a different length for the same color. Yeah, you are the same length. But we had grey ones that were longer earlier, and now they've switched them to black. We're in a different bag. If you have the set, it's not going to be too confusing. But if you're parting it out, why not keep it grey? I'm going to make that swap. Change it to grey. That is the same length as before, just so we can double check. Yes, from black plate to black plate, that is the grey. And then from here to, yeah, these are the same lengths as before. But they've switched it up. Why have they switched it up? Hello there, Matt. Welcome. Lego are trying to complicate things, throw us off our A game here. Kind of just worked a little bit, but we'll be back stronger than ever with this grey Technic brick. So with Lego, yeah, I don't understand why Lego would do that and have one set of colors for bag 1, and then we're on bag 4, 5. What bag are we on? Has anyone been counting bags? No idea. We're on step 100, so I feel like bag 5's a stretch. Maybe bag 4. I can't remember. Whichever bag we're on, they've switched it up and made the black brick the longer one. If we have a shorter one that's grey, that'd be crazy. Do I like Technic sets? Not as much as Lego. I never got into Technic. So I don't have the same interest. I like the Technic in Lego sets though. So I feel like the only thing I dislike about a Technic set is not being able to modify it as much. To be completely honest with you, that's probably where I'm coming from. The fact that I've not got that Technic experience the same way I do with Lego. Ooh, don't see those beam bricks either. Those bar bricks, sorry, not beam. Talking Technic. Let's not confuse our terms now. Don't see those bar bricks in many sets. In fact, in this tub, I see a lot of greys, browns, and blacks and yellows. Oh, there's a white. So maybe I do have 2 whites, but more greys. I'm going to be using that. I like the look of the new, what's the new little, the Mighty Machines. I like the look of the Mighty Machines coming out. I want to pick up at least one of the Mighty Machines. Because it comes with a little road. I saw that when they came out, the boxes say it comes with a I can't remember how they word it. It's like a little playmat, but I don't think they say playmat. They say it comes with something else. And that's what's interested me. Imagine a CMF coming with a little backdrop so you could display it in the box that it comes with. How sick that would be. Reuse the packaging as a little display. Right, how many 1x3s? I need 2. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting those at the front for next time. Make sure I know where they are. And 2 pins, yeah. Hello there. So this has got some movement to it. I wonder if this will connect to the top section, or what I think this is for. Actually, I don't. I don't think it's for the door. It seems too obvious to be for the door. But at the same point, right now it can't connect to anything, can it? Unless, no, it's, so this is an odd connection up the top here. This is even. So if anything, it would come this way. Maybe it's underside. Maybe it's upside down and this is going to be something to like lock it in place. Could be. 1x8 in light bluish grey. 8, 8, 8. 2 8s. Don't forget to stay hydrated. So far this set has been all right, but it's things like this. So we're now locking this all in place. What was the point of the 3-length bar rather than the bricks? This feels so unnecessary. This is like the base of a U-wing. This is so solid and it has no right to be this solid. This is now a weapon. Lego need to include the little don't throw at someone's face image. Just to warn kids how, I mean, maybe they shouldn't because that would put ideas in their head. But it's solid. It would hurt if you threw this at anything, not just a person, at anything. It would hurt. They've got the funky plates. I think they're right here. Same reason as I swapped them out earlier. Using the funky plates is the strongest thing to do because we've got this 1x4 overhang, which wouldn't be secure otherwise, and a 6 and a 4. Yeah, 6 and a 4 any day. Because we've got so many bricks underneath it, there's really no need for that longer plate. Oh, 1x2 in white. I'll put that away next time I'm in that drawer. Oh, you've not got grey, you've got grey. 4x4 instead of the 10. We'll plate it out and not 1x6. Only I kept that 1x2. Could have put it away. Hello there, Bevel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, that was a 4 and a 6. We're swapping that out too. So far, we've needed 2x10s, a 2x10 here, and every other plate longer than a 6 has been parted out. Just saying, just throwing it there. Hopefully you're on time. I think we can consider this on time. At your stepmom's birthday today. Oh, nice. Sounds like fun. 2 more technical bricks in dark bluish grey. There we go. And then a bracket. I thought they were putting a bracket over the end there. I've had enough with this set covering holes unnecessarily. And this is a different color bracket to what we've used before. We used gray before. Now we're using tan. These sets, from a Lego point of view, these sets are so expensive to make. All the different random colors they're throwing in. It wasn't meant to be grey at the bottom, was it? It was meant to be dark grey. We made it light grey. And now they've got tan. So expensive, all these parts. All these colours. Yay, the castle video. Sick, sick castle video. It's held up pretty well. There are some things that that castle didn't have, but yeah, it was impressive how much it wouldn't have got away with being a Lego set, I don't think. Maybe a gift with purchase at best, but today, if it re-released, I do think I could see some other companies releasing something like that. It's got the same complaints as sets today, though. Earlier I started and I didn't finish about the no back modulars and such, not having the removable floors and pieces you can pull out like some of the other Star Wars sets. And that still holds up today. We still need to see that in more and more sets. Lego have put it in a few sets now. The removable floors. Floors that slide out, and Jabba's Salvage, the katana, had a prison that the whole thing popped out, or you could remove a door for easier access. But just because one set has it, doesn't excuse like the hundreds of sets that doesn't. Lego have made so many sets, and a small percentage have them. I'd love to see a bit more. We didn't have a plate under here. Oh, a lot of clips. This is definitely not for the back. It doesn't fit here. No chance this is some sort of door, right? Like, no chance, but why have we got this many clips? Imagine we're making the roof first. That'd be crazy if we are, but now that I'm thinking about it, no, that still doesn't work because it's even into odd. Where is this going? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. What are we doing? Oh, I saw peach cobbler. Now I'm hungry. Oh, yeah, wake up when. Oh, I still want to get some of those Lego gloves. I think it would be so cool building a Lego set with Lego gloves. But they sold them years ago and never stocked them back from that. Now, because it's Lego, they're so expensive, people have them as a little display piece as opposed to an actual costume. They're actual gloves that like lock your hands in that Lego seat. It won't be too hard to find something. Other mittens are close. They're close, but they're not spot on. Out of action. Good name for a storefront, that. All right. Knew these brackets. I just saw them. The bottom. Locking them with tiles. So this is going to be something like the Sandcrawler base that is needing... That's a hefty bit of support, these tiles. That is quite something. One on the left, one on the right. There's nowhere to clip this. There's nowhere to clip it. And there's no indication. This is the top floor. I've cracked it. I know exactly what this is. And this is going to go like that or something, isn't it? And we're going to have some clips on the top here, bars on the bottom, and that's going to like clip in like so. No, that still doesn't make perfect sense. Do you think that's how that works? And you can open this? Or is this like it could be? No, not really. No idea. One of you. And this is on top. This is definitely the front. Oh, wait, this is the front. This goes like here. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes, what? But that's an odd to an even, unless it's there. Surely not. Surely not just on the front there. And another 2x4. I might as well get one of those sections out because the amount of 2x4s we're needing is insane for something that isn't showing much light bluish grey. Is this like the fifth 2x4 now? And we're swapping the brown for dark bluish grey. No, light bluish. Oh, wait, what's it on top? Light bluish grey. I was looking for a dark bluish grey top. And another really nice sticker. The In4, I'm not pro stickers. But when the stickers look like this, you know, you can't really complain. I think they should have turned both of these into prints and used one each side of the 4. I'm sorry, wait. That's... Oh, of course, they drive forward. This is meant to go inwards, so I think I've swapped these around. Yes, the opening bit is at the front. I thought that was the back of the Sandcrawler. Is that smart to open at the front? If you crash, how do you get out the Sandcrawler? Do you go up and jump? Gives us a decent look at how tall this thing's gonna be. Oh, I love these pins. Oh, these they don't reach. Hang on. They don't reach. Did we miscount? That sucks if so, because that is buried under so much. That is buried under so much. No. Did we miscount? Oh, that sucks. Well, thankfully, we get to put to test my theory of the bottom just peeling off, which were my words. Just peeling off, he said. So, what do we reckon? Will it just peel off? It's just peeling off so far. But will the plates reconnect once it just peels off is the real question, I suppose. Yeah, it seems to just peel... Oh, hold on. It seems to just peel off. That was actually pretty easy. Good thing we noticed now and not later. So that is not a 9. It is an 11 beam. It's an 11 beam. Oh. This chat is awesome. The best chat on YouTube, some say. I mean, YouTube literally gave us a hat for how amazing these chats are. So, you know, I'm just saying, that goes to show. Not for nothing. I think we need a beam that's, yeah, that long. Do we have any in dark bluish grey? Nay. Unless... No, all the grey ones are longer. I was so confident with that beam, and it let us down. So we'll swap the colour. And then how easy does that just line up and pop back? And that's it. I mean, 2 plates. So technically, that's it. But that was actually really easy. From this point on, it's not going to be that easy. See? Oh, we can leave that because we need to do the other side as well. I'm surprised that this even, but it's the 2x6 is a little weaker. If you've got the longer plate, that wouldn't have even popped off. Any of the longer plates, longer plate on top or the longer plate below, neither would be popping off. An ad sent you to the start of the stream. It wants you to watch it all again. That's not an ad. That's actually YouTube helping us out here. Getting the watch time of the stream up. Don't forget to smash like if you are enjoying. Yeah, maybe it's a mod thing. You've got to go back and check. If you watch it at 2 times speed in about an hour and 10 minutes, you'll have caught up. Ready for the outro. And finally, do we even need to... Okay, maybe we do need to. But do we need to pop the... Oh yeah, because... But do we? Can I pull this pin out? And then rotate this around? Well, that's going to be easier than popping the whole thing off. I know we're like flexing the bricks a little here. But look how easy that was to switch that around. That saved us popping off everything. Well, except for this front bit. We still pop that bit off. Now we just need the fancy pin. Oh, and to put all this. Yeah, we could have kept most of this on as well. The amount of flex in Technic bricks, I like that. And 1, 2, 3. 2 pins from this Technic drawer. These are the pins that are in like motorcycle wheels. I think that was the origin of that element. We didn't look, you know, that element that we looked at earlier. I didn't get up the origin of it. That's why we searched it. The Technic 1x2 brick with a 1x2 plate on the behind. The very first set. Oh, I've just got to wiggle these around now, haven't I? The very first set that was used in is the Lego Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition set, the one with Hedwig on the top. Wait, it was made for that? Same time. I mean, it could have been made for any of these sets, I suppose. It's not necessarily made for the one. Okay, this is annoying. You know what you could do? We're talking about the flex of Technic bricks. If you don't mind a little flex in your Technic bricks, you could put a blue pin in there, which also isn't going the whole way through. Oh, because it doesn't fit the whole way through. Hold on. Hold on a second. It's not meant to go the whole way through. Are you all right there? Are you building the same thing we're building here? Because what do you mean it's not meant to? It's on the outside, sure. Wait a second. That's vertically up. I bet it was the right height. I put it at an angle. It's not an angled element. Oh no. Oh no, it was the right piece this whole time. All right, we're gonna have to pop off at least 3 plates to get the flex that we want. Yeah, perfect. And then spin you around, do the same thing. Are you gonna work? I'm gonna put this one in before we move it to the other side. Otherwise, we'll never get anything done. So were you the correct one? And was Lego not lying to us? They haven't pulled a fast one. I think it's not enough people have built. I think enough people have built this set to know if Lego got the wrong size beam, but if there is something like the 8080s, how long did it take for that to be noticed? That pin just disappeared. But that doesn't go the whole way up. That doesn't fit the whole way up. But it also is too long to go any. I think I've seen the piece we have missed. It's a 1x2, a 1x2 plate that increases the height of that. Before we accuse Lego anymore, let's put the 1x2 in, see if that works. But I can't believe we were so confident at the start of this. With all our bar sizes, they tell us the beams. If this was a Technic brick or if this was a plate or something, then that makes sense. But it's not. It's a Technic beam that tells us how big it is. It tells us how long it goes. And we managed to get that one wrong, the one we are told. I think that's impressive. I'm not even upset with it. I think it's impressive to read the wrong number and not measure it. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, see you tomorrow for the next stream, where we will probably be finishing this. I hope to finish it tomorrow. If not, we'll finish it the next stream, or the next stream, or the next stream. The pieces we were missing go underneath here. They are 1x2s, which I said about initially. And I know why we missed these, because I said 1x2s, and then I looked up and there were brackets, and I assumed the brackets were instead of the 1x2s. Turns out the brackets were as well as the 1x2s, and I just put the 2 bicycle pins away, didn't I? Oops. Need those, because now they should be able to go the whole way through, because yeah, there are 2 pinholes through here, but not through there, which is where I was going originally. Which is good, because if there were 2 pinholes through there, oh, that would be problematic. We wouldn't be able to get those back out. without having to flex some more beams. Let's stop flexing, Lego. It doesn't work forever. All right, right now, it's a work in progress. We need to support this front end. And I'm afraid with the door there that support might be lacking. More windows in black. So we know brown is quite a popular color. Wait, oh, it was brown. It was brown for both. Not just the long ones, but the short ones too. Oh, we have a contender. This one's even got a window in it. Buy a frame, get a window for free. But it was beaten out by brown. Where have these brown windows come from? Why do I have so many of them? What's going on? You're in a little bit as well. All right. Another frame. This frame's probably between the two because this... Another change. A Lego toying with us. I feel like, right, and again, it doesn't work. But when I'm building a Lego set, a Lego Star Wars set, I should say, because I don't think the Ninjago sets were like this. They were pretty consistent with their parts. But a Star Wars set, when you're building it and when you're parting it out, all the different elements that are recolored throughout it, why do we need a grey one and a black one? They don't sort through bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Which looks like you look like a 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. You're good enough for me. Good enough for us, you are. And you go side by side. 2 slopes, some more pins and some L brackets. I'm gonna make this whole thing dark grey, I think. Yeah. We don't use a lot of dark grey technique. Oh. My drink, don't forget to stay hydrated. I know I'm skipping ahead without doing much in way of putting things together. But especially if I have to get something like that L-beam and then I need another one. Now I know I can get 2. And I think I will go from here because we have everything we should need now. Oh, and those hoop things. But everything else should be right here. So let's get those hoop things. Oh, they're down here. Beams then. I think they're the furthest thing. And it's a 3 by 5. Oh, I've got plenty of these coming out my ears. Bring a little light grey into it. Try and stay away from black. I'm not a big fan of the darker elements. Sometimes they work, but when the set is dark bluish grey, you'd think there'd be a bit more... I mean, the light bluish frame, I suppose, is what I'm saying. You've done that well. And the light bluish pins here as well. So the blues go into this. So we have a blue, a black, and then that connects to another black lower down, yeah, which holds the next piece, which feels like a carry handle. I know it's not because it's fixed, and that's not how these typical carry handles work, but it does feel like a carry handle. I want something to slide out of here and swoosh around a Sandcrawler. Oh, yes, please. There we go. The other way around, and nope. Okay, other way around. And you on top there. And yes, this is the single pinhole that I thought would go into this, which is, yeah, spot on. Perfect. Dare I say it. I'm even going to push that pin in before it tells us to in step 1, 3, 3. Breeze. And more bike pins. I'm not a massive fan because these are going to be impossible to pop out. But I also understand that there's no other way they could have done this. Not in the way they've done this. I suppose there is another way. The other way would be to have built this down, but now we've got both of these connected. Typically, Lego has one of these removed. Now, you can pop that one out, just like so, by flexing the beam. And you can also get some sort of bar right in there for the Technic piece in the Technic brick. But that's still going to be hard. Still going to be awkward. How many bags did we say were in this? Did I get rid of that? Oh, I did get rid of that. Luckily, I can find the tab back. This one. It's 14 bags, and this is only bag 5. We might need 3 streams to build this. As crazy as it sounds, which isn't that crazy actually. Like 2x4s. And then choose more of those brackets that I'm pretty sure I put back. Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not sure. I'm unsure whether or not I put them back. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, chat. I didn't know. Didn't remember if I put them back. Turns out I didn't. And why black and a jumper? What's the significance, and do I need to do it on the other side? Should I get 2? What even is it? It's a tan jumper, 2 on top, and then some black. Oh, white 1x2. Yes. Oh, is there 2 on? No, that's a 4, that's a 6, that's an 8, that's a 1, that's a 2. And you're being built upside down to go on here. All right, I've got enough pieces for a second one. Do I just slide a cheeky little mirror image on the other side and hope that this is the next step? That's what I'm tempted to do right now. That's what I'm doing right now. It was what? It was black on the forward side. Oh, like that. Yeah. And there's some studs hanging out. Way! Smashed it. That's an ingot. Oh no, it's not. Oh, that so looks like an ingot in the top left. And then a big old window. What color is gonna show right away? Red, white, or black? There are contenders. It answers for itself. And oh no, Lego, you've done it. You've done it. You've done exact. You son of a brick. What? How? I'm biting my tongue. Just so you know, I am biting my tongue. Why have you got a modified plate? We have used 1x4s. We've used one. Oh, it was brown. It was brown. Oh, no. I disagree with this. I fundamentally disagree with this. This also isn't as tall as it should be. Huh? Why isn't this as tall as it should be? Is this window taller than this one? Is there a taller window? I'm not used to windows, so I don't know what different sizes may exist. But is there a taller window than the one I've got? Holy bricks, there are. Throwing a load of bricks around here. Pardon my bricks. There is a taller window. I've never seen them side by side till today. That's the right size though. Huh. Yeah, I don't like. Step 137 can burn. If Bevel was still here, we'd be setting fire to it. I do not like that. Why would you have a modified piece if you're going to cover it with a tile? That does not make sense. It's annoying. And Lego do this on purpose to annoy us. They're doing this on purpose. They're out for us. I know it. Now I somehow made Lego sound like the normal people for doing that. What do we have? We have some 2x2s. They're overflowing. And that's in black. A 2x4 in dark bluish grey. Oh, that's not going to go back then, is it? Dark bluish grey, yeah. Dark bluish grey. Another jumper in tan. Could have shares in those. And a black plate. Oh no, just run out of. I'm going to have to get more of those. That was the window tub. Well, that's pain. That is painful. It was only 2 bricks tall. How did that even fall? If we need any more bricks, that is going to be amazing to find them. The floor is our Lego tub now. And another 1x4. You know what? No, I'm replacing this one. We are not going through with that modified 1x4. We are going with a plate Lego. A plate. We haven't even used a 1x4 to need a 1x4. And I don't want to hear from Lego about how they're conserving pieces and, oh, but they use it later on, because they've used so many different colors of every other piece that's just not an argument for them. That doesn't work. Once you've used so many other pieces, it's not a case of how many pieces are already used. It's a case of, you know, how many pieces you're going to be making for this. If we put a tile over these seats, I'll end stream. There you go. We put a tile over these seats. That's it. I'm done for today. This build should not be stressing me out like it is. Probably doesn't help that I just poured my windows out, but that's unrelated. That's actually going to help me. I might finally sort that piece out. Oh, that was cheeky. I thought it was a grey piece. It's green. I will say, in green tubs and apparently in red ones now as well. So in red tubs, it makes green elements look grey. And in green tubs, it makes grey elements look green. Makes it really hard to distinguish between the two of them. They've swapped out lime green for black. Why have they swapped out lime green for black? Lime green is visible on the inside of this Sandcrawler. Why have they swapped out lime green for black? This is not set of the year. This ain't even set of the week. And I ain't built that. But it's a new week. I ain't built anything. And this ain't set of the week. I can tell you that. 4x8. I'm going to use a dark bluish grey. As we're swapping them all, as few brown pieces as we can handle. You're going to sit on the naughty step right there. wait, come back. If we cover these elements now though, because we're going to do it, aren't we? We're going to end up covering them with plates, wedges, and who knows what. They actually aren't covered. They aren't covered, which is a surprise. But who knows? Who knows how long they'll stay for? Oh, it sticks out by 2 as well. So we've got some wedges, got some round parts. Do we need more of these? We need more of them. We can get them. I'm keeping those as far away as I can. It's actually one of the few examples we can swap out that 1x2 half circle for 2 quarter circles as well, which is handy because I've just got a ton of half circles back from, I haven't actually part it. Oh wait, did I part out the UCS ATST? Maybe I did. Maybe that's where the ones for the Anzelin ship came from. But for the Gorilla 8080, there were a ton of those. And I don't know if they were meant to be or if they were modifications. I feel like that was quite a bulked up set. I don't remember too much greebling on it. It was a 2019-ish set, pushing 2020. 2x2. It's a piece that I'm always going to say we could grab a few more of and always just grab the single one. Hold on. These are brown angled slopes. Not enough, I don't think, to recolor the entire build, but some, which is more than none, which is handy. How many slopes do you think will come up? And will we need the studs? So where is this on the Sandcrawler? I only have the image on the front of the box, and this ain't the front. This is the back of the Sandcrawler, which isn't really visible, but the studs are. So we don't need studs. we do need rounded off slopes. There we go. That'll do, that'll do. And then you've got a Technic piece sticking out, so that's probably a half slope. Do I have a half slope in dark? I have a 1x1 in dark bluish, and I have, oh, there's a 1x2 in dark bluish, and I have a load of grey 1x2s. Okie dokie. And then the big old slopes. Yes. In this drawer, which I'm going to be using dark bluish grey. I don't have that many dark bluish grey. I have more light bluish grey. And we need 1, 2, 3 on the side, 1 on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna use dark grey here. This is also easy enough to pop off because it's flat. It's gonna be on these studs here probably. This is easy enough to pop off if I need another one down the line. Also, these are the exact same size, so hold on. Do I actually have what I just said? Because I have 4 pairs, 4. Yeah, so I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's left, right, left, right. We need left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That's this one, which means we have 2 of the same size. I can't see any on my drawer there. I'm going to go with light bluish grey. I'm going to put these back so we can grab them as we need them later, and go with light bluish grey so that I know we've got the dark bluish grey that we need. The other side to that is not having the dark bluish grey that we need, which is not good when we're trying to build this Sandcrawler as accurately as we can. You could swap out the parts for the awkward 2x6s that I think make this up. Yep, if you split this into 2x6s. But on the back here, that's just not going to happen, is it? Because of the way we connect it, you'd need a connection up top. Do we... Oh, flipping image. Do we need a flipping across the image? I shouldn't have explained that. What an exclamation. I've lost what I'm getting now. Ingots and grill. Light bluish grey ingots. Because we're on a light bluish grey back, I'm going to swap them to dark bluish grey. And I know there's the brown backdrop anyway, but I don't want this to look too bright at the back. If anything, we could swap these out to brown. We seem to have enough of them as well. And then get some grills, which we already have out. We'll use as many of them as we can. Ooh, dark bluish grey, not light bluish grey. And some up. Hey, we smashed that. And there isn't the connection. There is a few extra little plates that are just patterns. Just patterns, really. That must be present, I'm assuming, on the Sandcrawler. We're going to have to get some images. Some of the Lego builds recently haven't been accurate to source material. And I think it's because a lot of the time they don't get images. Lego can't get images with some of the sets they've been coming out with of these before we do. They must get models. So the Sandcrawler's been out for a while. I assume this is pretty accurate. But some of the other builds, like the... actually, a lot of them have been out for a while. A lot of sets that Lego have been building have been vehicles that have existed for a while. But some of their new ones will be like an old image of it, or like whenever it first appeared, or some fan art with descriptions of what the new one looks like. And that's definitely how the sets come across. Like, they haven't seen the actual thing, but they've seen a version of it that vaguely looks familiar. Wow, this looks good. And is it just those 2? Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more than just those 2. Including a... Okay. Now the 1x4s kind of make sense. But don't the frying pan studs have a little hook, have a little jump in the bottom of them so they can be placed over 1x4 plates? And we could go light or dark or mix it up because it's meant to look like some wires, isn't it? Can they be placed over a plate? No, they can't. The jump's not that high. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I can accept that. That is reasonable. And then we might need a few. Do I have any laying back here? Any frying pans? A few, but not a crazy amount. Oh, there might be enough. Especially light bluish grey. We only need, well, I've got another one in my hand at least. So we need 4, 5. 1, 2. I can see 3 at the minute. So we might need to put these back. Oh, look, there you go. We only need 4. I found another one. So 1, 2. Straighten those up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, loads. So I won't be worrying about this for my next build either. If only we put those plates underneath before we put the plates on top, we'd have something to hold as we press down. So 3 of these, a corner, which is a choice. I suppose it's not like we've used any 2x2s. I'm surprised they didn't go with that piece. Not like we use any 2x2s. I'm grabbing a 2x2. I know what Lego mean here. And then another 2 Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Lego. I do not mean to be taking the right mick, but I didn't realize when I said it's not like we have a 2x2 that there is a 2x2 in the same step. They need to have someone build through these, Lego, as they are going. Because, wait, this needs a 1x2. Maybe not me. Maybe not me building through them. I'm forgetting these 1x2 pieces. Give me a set without 1x2 plates and I'll build through it and let you know. That's going to be fine now, isn't it? Yeah. And yeah, that's what we need. When were they added? They were... Oh, tan. Because I was swapping them out and I never swapped them out. I'm terrible with those. Let's not forget those bricks on the top. Hey, that would not be good. And an odd. Oh, is that for the plate there? Is this 2x2 for the side? But then what's that 2x2 for? We only need a 1x2 that side and a 2x3 that side. And that would do the job. And that is for the back. Let's get those. Oh, I didn't get them out. So nothing to put back. That's the wrong one. We need 2 of these funky pieces in grey. I don't know what they're called. They're 2 plates tall. They're 2x2 size, width and depth. I think they're kneecaps. If I had to give them a name, it'd be kneecaps. So we're going to call those kneecaps from now on. And that is how names come about on the channel. Like superhero posers, Mando posers was earlier on. That was this stream, wasn't it? We're coming up with all sorts of names. Fragile at the minute. It's got a wobble back and forth that isn't just the camera shaking. But I think that's gonna, as we add more to the side, that's gonna improve also. Just saying. I think the Sandcrawler though sort of sticks. It's straight. It's pretty straight. The front caves in, but the side is pretty straight. So I don't know what that piece is there for. A 6-length axle. You're over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that drives right through as far as we can push it. And then we're going to build a little knob that isn't as thick as it needs to be and probably needs a plate underneath it, doesn't it? I could already call it. Although this time there is a grey brick on the base of it, which is an interesting choice because now we've used tan and grey versions of the 2x2 brick and we've got this light bluish grey pattern. I'm surprised. I was going to say I'm surprised that Lego haven't recolored the tile on top. Lego have recolored the tile on top. What's going on? Oh, this is the most stressful build. If the axle sticks out, this is, the axle sticks out. The axle actually sticks out. Can you see it? Oh, oh wow! It's just picked up a Lego plate. That's sick. Huh. The axle sticks out. This black axle down here, it sticks out a teeny bit, but it sticks out nonetheless. That's the sort of thing that's going to bug me as well, which is crazy because the other one sticks out a little bit more, and this is wiggling around the chain. Well, I think it's pulling the chain in, back and forth. Yeah, the chain's been caught already. All right, let's see if that makes it any better. Okay, that seems good. I mean, the chain's caught because we've still got a bit of chain. Oh, let's not hold it from the back. We've still got a bit of chain hanging out. We've still got a few chains to go through. Is that the furthest it goes? Yeah, I guess so. But the chain isn't actually moving, I have to say. Even though I'm twisting it back and forth, it's not going anywhere. There you go. You can see the chain as well and the lack of movement in it. So that must have to have some weight on it for it to open, which means that chain is taking all the force. And we're on to bag 6. Now we're almost halfway there. I think I'm going to leave it there for today because the last bag of this set has not been good. It hasn't been great, I'll be honest. But so far the model's looking really good. And that gives us some hope of the Sandcrawler is going to be a decent size. So just picture that back there on display. Going to take up most of the room there. And then we'll create a little treadmill going around. I think that'll look sick to display all of our droids. And yeah, that's the Sandcrawler. So far, after 3 hours of work, it's been fun and there's promise. The back of this looks so good, but the rest of it's been a little letdown. Look how cool that looks if you cover the bottom. That looks good. That even looks good. But even then, this bottom bit we've already modified. This sticks out. Both of the axles on here stick out by half. Maybe these are just built in studio now. It really makes you think and wonder about how Lego designed their sets and how they're built. Maybe they're just built on studio. Someone builds the model and then they run with it. Got an R2 and 3PO to stand by it when you're done. I got the big ones. That would be awesome. It'd be cool to make this like a remote control one as well. A remote control Sandcrawler would be nuts. They should have had some of that Technic Batman tech in it and maybe made it out of Technic with how much Technic goes into something like this. But it's solid. You can't squeeze it. This is definitely a playset rather than a UCS model. So it's a big old playset. But I'd love to have seen this in more parts as well. So if we built the top, which does that look straight to you on the top? That does on the camera. It looks like it's leaning a bit that way. So instead of it being flat, it's just a teeny bit that way. And this is a little bit lower. I'm going to have to run the Lego math on that and see if that is exactly where it needs to be. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it seems to run perfect. And it's a sturdy model. You can carry your wallet or your purse around in this. That'll be cool. Oh, wait, I've seen something. I've seen something that's up with this. It's the wrong side of the beam, so I'm going to have to fix that for tomorrow. It should be fairly easy popping up this plate here, but it's just annoying, isn't it? It's just an annoyance. Now that we've clipped the rest of it in, getting that up, actually that's locked in there. Is there any way I can thread that through? I'm going to have a little look into that. And then we'll continue this tomorrow. And what was I going to do on Thursday? Because we might need the Thursday stream as well. If not, we can always carry this over to next Monday and finish it off then. Hello there, been working but listening, working and lurking. Nice, hope you've been enjoying the stream. Thank you, it looks so good. It does look good. For my first Sandcrawler, I'm impressed. This is definitely more solid than the last one. This is a brick on the bottom. I'm gonna take note of this next time I build something that's this wide, because yeah, this is gonna withstand so much. I only wish that the base is as secure, because we don't know with the wheels yet. We don't know how secure that's gonna be. And if this top knob does this lever, front and back, what does the bottom one do? We'll have to stick around to find out. But I think I'm gonna leave that there today. I'm right, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a little play around with that chain. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed. Until tomorrow, have a good one. There is, what's tomorrow's video? Oh, tomorrow's video is a good one. If you haven't seen today's video with the Spider-Man magazine and a nice little a few Spider-Man marks, check that out. And also for channel members, there is a little vlog of the experience with Spider-Man, a little behind the scenes info, and a few other things over on there. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night, morning, evening, wherever you are. And until tomorrow, may the bricks be with you always.